How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to share with you my plan of becoming a millionaire through real estate, as well as the strategies I'm using to accelerate the process. So traditionally, our parents or grandparents would buy a house and use their salary to pay the mortgage every month. And hopefully by the time that they retired, they would have it paid off. My plan is to accelerate this process of accumulating properties, and that first property is key. My first property will be a multi-family property with 4 units, and 4 units is not some random number. Anything over 4, so 5 or more units, is considered commercial property, and that usually requires a 30% down payment. And a 30% down payment will tie up a lot of money, especially if you're first starting out. The plan is to live in one of the units and rent out the others. So if I had a 2 or 3 unit property, it might be difficult to have those units have enough rent to cover the mortgage and all the expenses associated with the property. Having 4 units also spreads out the risk. So if there's a scenario where one of the units isn't collecting rent, so for example, if the tenant loses their job or it's vacant or they're unable to pay, then you'll still be collecting rents from the other units to be able to put towards that mortgage. The type of financing I will be using is a FHA loan. And the FHA loan requires a 3.5% down payment if your credit score is above 580. Having a credit score lower than 580 will require a 10% down payment. So you want to make sure that you get at least a 580 credit score. Now, one of the drawbacks of using FHA loans is that you're going to have to pay PMI. And PMI is a mortgage insurance premium that you're going to have to pay for not having 20% equity. So you want to make sure that you find a deal that has the 3 units collecting rent that's going to cover all expenses associated with the property. So that includes the mortgage, the PMI insurance, any other taxes, and any repairs that you'll have to do. This will allow you to save the money that you would have been paying towards the mortgage to put towards a 20% down payment into your next property. So once you reach 20% equity on your property, you can then refinance to get rid of that PMI insurance. So then you can put the money that you've been saving that you didn't have to pay towards a mortgage towards another property down payment that will then produce cash flows. So you'll be making money every month because of the surplus of the rents you're collecting compared to the expenses associated with the property. Once you start having those consistent cash flows from your properties, you'll be able to accelerate in the accumulation of your properties. And living in that first property will give you firsthand experience of being a landlord. So down the road, when you decide to hire property managers, you know exactly what you're looking for and what to expect. And if you're not financially ready at the moment to invest, then now is the time to learn your market, learn what a good deal looks like. So when you do have the finances, you're ready to jump at the opportunity. And if you're brand new to investing and new to the channel, make sure to watch my previous video on the 8 biggest mistakes of investing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I will be dropping new videos on Wednesdays every week.